Good day, everyone. Welcome to our report, which is on gender power and politics. Now, what is gender power in politics? Gender power and politics can be also called gender in politics. It is a field of study in political science and gender studies that aims to understand the relationship between people's genders and phenomena in politics. The field of study examines how people's political participation and experiences interact with their gender identity, and how ideas of gender shape political institutions and decision making. Gender has always helped shape personal and family relationships, as well as governance processes, market structures, and religious practice. Political science is gendered and shaped by social norms on sex and sexuality, and this is because in the ancient times, more political roles are mostly assigned to men rather than women because women are thought to be sheltered only in their homes. It can also be present in the ancient Filipino society where women are called binukot and they just don't participate in political matters. But some indigenous communities in the Philippines practices that women can also play an important role in an important political role in their communities. Now, going back, understanding the relationship between gender and politics is crucial for promoting gender equality and ensuring that all individuals have equal opportunities to participate in political processes. Now, I will give the virtual floor to Mr. Justin P. Alipala.
Gender equality. The significant progress has been made in promoting gender equality and providing equal opportunities and resources for women. For example, as you mentioned, the Philippines ranks ninth among the 134 countries in the 2010 World Economic Forum Gender Gaps Index in providing equal opportunities and resources for women. This progress is reflected in various areas such as education, employment, and political representation. More women are now able to access education and participate in the formal labor market. There has also been an increase in the number of women holding political office and participating in the decision making process. An example of this is just like in our institution where our executives are all female. However, despite these advances, challenges remain. Gender inequalities persist, and there is still work to be done to ensure that women have equal opportunities and resources. It is important to continue promoting gender equality and empowering women to participate fully in all aspects of society. I'll give the spotlight to Ms. Kazim Lieza to continue the discussion.
To continue, I will be discussing to you women in politics. According to the 2021 edition of the IPU UN Women or Women in Politics map, there are all-time highs for the number of countries with women heads of state and or heads of the government, as well as for the global share of women's ministers. This data shows that more women are now occupying positions of power at the highest levels of the government. Some of the example of women in politics here in the Philippines are former Vice President Leni Robredo, current Vice President Sara Duterte, and former Senator Miriam Santiago. However, it is important to note that despite these increases, women are still underrepresented in political leadership positions. There is still more work to be done to ensure that women have equal opportunities to participate in the political process and hold position of power. Promoting the participation of women in politics is crucial for achieving gender equality and ensuring that the voices and perspectives of women are presented in decision making. Continued efforts are needed to support and empower women to take on leadership roles in politics. To continue, I will now give the virtual floor to Mr. Justin Alipala.
Okay, I will be discussing the challenges of gender power and politics. The first challenge is the unequal participation of women in the formal labor market. Women are often underrepresented in certain industries and occupations and may face discrimination and bias in hiring, promotion, and pay. This can limit their economic opportunities and financial independence. To state the second challenge, I give the floor to Ms. Kazim Ilyeza.
To continue, I will be discussing to you the challenge 2, the limited opportunities for women's participation in top decision-making position. Despite increases in the number of women at the highest levels of political power, widespread gender inequalities persist. In the Philippines, for example, opportunities for women's participation in top decision-making position in the public sector as well as in the judiciary, police, and military are limited. I now give the virtual floor to Mr. June Arthur Binayo.
Thank you, Ms. Kazi. In conclusion, for the challenges, these challenges highlight the need for continued efforts to promote gender equality and to empower women. This includes addressing structural barriers to women's participation and promoting policies and practices that support gender equality. I will now give the virtual floor to Ms. Mary Joy S. Angana to discuss to us the conclusion.
So, given with all the discussions of my group mates, I would like to put everything into summary. First, we have come up that gender power in politics is a field of study that examines the relationship between people's genders and phenomena in politics. It is important because it is undeniable that politics is a real world phenomenon and political science as an academic discipline are both gendered. Second would be the significant progress has been made in promoting gender equality and providing equal opportunities and resources for women. However, challenges remain, including gender inequalities, unequal participation of women in the formal labor market, and limited opportunities for women's participation in, in top decision making positions. And despite increases in the number of women at the highest levels of political power, widespread gender inequalities persist. There is still work to be done to ensure that women have equal opportunities to participate in the political process and hold positions of power. And lastly, continued efforts are needed to promote gender equality and empower women. This includes addressing structural barriers to women's participation and promoting policies and practices that support gender equality. And that ends our report and our presentation, and we are hoping that you have learned something. Good day!